crafty friends. Today is time for another Mixed Media Monday, and I am so excited because this one is going to be so cool. I can already tell. All right, so here is the sketch that we're going to use. Again, this is from Inspired Blueprints, which is a no longer updated or created blog. It used to be out there. It was really great. It's not there anymore. I found this on Pinterest, and so I really want to give credit to this really awesome site. You can still find a whole bunch of their sketches on Pinterest and use them because they're very inspiring. So what we do on Mix It Up Monday, we always take a traditional sketch, we mix it up, we throw some media at it, we get some texture paste, we get some ink, splatters, sprays, tape, stitching. Who knows what we're going to throw at it this time? I don't even know. I have an idea. I'm using my Counterfeit Kit Challenge kit that I created for the month of September. This is a very fallish kit. It uses the Country Harvest from Simple Stories collection. Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Country Harvest. It's a long name. It uses a lot of the products from there, and I have pulled a whole bunch of different papers that coordinate with that, especially some really pretty wood grains. So I have decided that for this particular photos I'm scrapping today, I'm going to matte my white on a piece of blue, this really pretty blue from Paige Evans pattern. And these photos that I'm going to scrap are from the Renaissance Festival. My husband and my son and I went when my son was little. He was probably 5, I want to say, that year. And I just love his expression here. So these are going to be so good because these are like the most fall photos I have, even though this was probably the day after Thanksgiving, which is not really fall, but kind of still fall. And so I just love these photos. They're so perfect. Plus with all the greenery, it's very forest-ish. I think it goes really well with the Fernwood collection. So we're just going to have a lot of fun. So the photos in the layout, inspiration layout, will kind of sit next to each other, and yay for finding a a sketch that has 2 vertical photos. I probably did that on purpose actually, because I usually only scrap vertical photos. So they're going to lay like this, and then I'm going to have some item stuff in the background. So I've already pulled what I want to use for my background. Now in the inspiration sketch, there is some mixed media in the background of the sketch, which is awesome because I would have normally done that anyway. I'm going to pull a couple of, I think a piece of this wood grain from Fernwood, the Fernwood collection from Vicki Boutin. And if I do this right, I might be able to actually save some of this on this side. I also really love this ledger. So I think what I'll do is I'll just trim off, because it's got a few overlapping strips in the background. So I'm just gonna, yeah, maybe just chop this up like this, because I do like this piece. So I'm gonna cut that off and save that. I'm gonna use this as my background, one of my background pieces. Probably gonna have to trim that down a little bit. You cannot see that, it's over here. And I'm gonna grab another one, maybe not another wood grain, but maybe another piece that can help those photos kind of pop out. What can we use? I guess maybe kind of a purpley pink, one of those orangey colors. Orange could work. I mean, they have a lot of maroon, so this could work. I love this color. Anyway, one of the things I really like to do with my papers from my kit, I always seem to pull full-size papers. So what I like to do is I will go ahead, if I know I want to use a piece, I will just go ahead and get that paper and just save the frame for later. And that way I don't feel like I'm losing all of that entire piece. I can still use that frame later. So I just measure over an inch and I measure down an inch and then I just cut it. Took me a really long time to figure out what that meant by gutting a paper. Measure over an inch. I don't like this cutter, honestly. Measure down an inch to about 11. And do that and turn the paper and then do it again. And then you'll have a nice frame to use later. And a nice piece to use. And we are already using 3 sheets of paper. I am so excited because here's another piece to go back there in that layer. And I need to have a tag. Ooh, good. I have a lot of tags here from this one. Which ones of these will work? My goal was to use 2 sheets of paper for each layout, and so far I've already cut into 1, 2, 3, 4. I've already cut into 4, so yay. Okay, let's see which one of these. Maybe this one. So it's oriented kind of sideways. Maybe this one. I might have to figure out how to do it and not. Maybe I have to do it going up and down. And it's funny because you know what stencil I chose for my background is the fern stencil to do in my background. So that could be really good for my journaling on the side. But I might have to flip it and put it on the other side. Okay, so these are all kind of oriented going up and down. People don't, I guess they don't usually put tags going sideways. So and then I'm going to grab. I think I can put it, I guess I could kind of put it sideways. We'll see. I'll see what I want to do when I get to that point. Yeah, all of these tags are all pretty much going right down. The only one that maybe would work, this one or this one. That one has a little more orange in it. So that could work if I choose that I don't want to do the fern. If I really want to keep it going to the side. Not that I couldn't use another tag, but these actually are part of my kit, so. So we'll see, right? Maybe we'll do it this way. Okay. I do like this for my title, but I'm pretty sure I have some foam stickers that I'm going to use for my title. So we'll see what we do. Also, the sketch has some papers going vertically. It looks kind of like washi tape. So we might add some washi going up and down over the middle. But what we have to do first is, I just don't think this is going to work because of that thing going horizontally like that. Can I move it over here instead? And then the problem with that's going to be, I think it has to be this one. I have to make this a little smaller. If we do it like this, this piece is 10. I cut this one at 8 or 9. Let's cut this one at 9. So then this one becomes the smaller piece. So then we have it like this. And my orange can stand out. I'm trying to do this so that I can get an idea of where everything is going to lay so that I know where to put my mixed media. All right, so photos and background paper goes away. So a little bit of semi-permanent adhesive there, or not semi-permanent, what do I say? Temporary. Okay, I want to use this one. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to use some translucent texture paste with this. I'm going to see how it looks when I'm done, if I can get it open. Here we go, here we go. All right, scrape that on there. Texture paste is all dry and it is so pretty. It's hard to see it, but that's the whole point. It's translucent for a reason. So now the fun part is I am going to take the Distress Oxide ink pad in Rustic Wilderness, and I will also probably use some spray oxide also. I'm going to just do it like this on my plastic packaging. I love using the spray because it's already liquid, so I don't have to do a whole lot to it. Then I'm just gonna see how much this works. Oh, I'm so excited to try it. What is it gonna show? What's it gonna do? I have no idea. Okay, ready. Might have to just package technique it too here in a minute, because I like the way this looks, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to do smushing. And now what's happening is that the texture paste is being a resist, so it's resisting underneath, so it's making the fern come through as white. It's fine. Fine. Very cool. So I need to do never just leave well enough alone. I gotta do splatters. You always gotta do it. You just gotta do it. Okay. So now that we have a lot of water all over here, it might drip. It is Mix It Up Monday after all. We might splotch. So I noticed that since this paper was so warped because of all the mixed media on it, I decided to just make that part of the design. So I roughed up the edges as best I could with my distress tool. And now I'm just adding a little bit of vintage photo distress ink on the edges to make it feel like a little bit of an old, also kind of dirty, kind of like in the woods, kind of like, you know, rustic. So that's what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to and actually it's probably good to do it on the background too. So it doesn't look completely out of place. There we go. Why does my voice sound weird? Why not just distress this a little bit? Okay, cool. So when something is not perfect, which I never try to make anything perfect, just embrace it. I did cut off 1/4 of an inch from every side, which makes it 1/2 inch smaller across the board. Okay, now that we've got those, here is my orange, here is my brown wood, here are my photos, and here is my tag. And then once I put all of this down, going to put some tape in the middle there. Now my photo, I should have probably made my brown a little longer. That is okay, I don't mind. I'm not a perfectionist, I'm good. Okay, so